That man ain't want to do nothing but have a good time. Clearly, he wanted to wind it down a little fine thing like me. And I fucked it up being so scary and timid. But it's okay. It was my first experience. But if a sugar daddy came around now, bitch. What'd you say, daddy? Hey babies, and welcome back to my channel. No, seriously. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for tuning in with me. If you are a returning subscriber, one of my babes, what's good, guys? How you been? What you been up to? Today I'm bringing you guys a story time. Hold on. This is a story time on how I had a sugar daddy for like a hot second and I fumbled the bag. So it's sugar daddy failure and me fumbling the bag. Woo! This story is about 2 years ago. This story is about 2 or 3 years old. So it's fairly new, but not, that new or whatever. But it takes place in California. I was on vacation and visiting my friend Dougie at the time. What's good, Doug? He had just moved out there, and I wanted to go to. I've always wanted to visit California, but it made more sense to go with a friend that lives out there. So when he moved out there, I was like, oh no, I'm going to go see my friend, and I went out there. So this story is this story is funny. I hope you guys get a couple cackles and laughs, because I know that I'm going to be cracking the fuck up while telling this. I'm not going to tell you guys his name. I have some clips to insert and shit like that, because I just couldn't believe it was happening. And yeah, I'm just going to go with it like that. So I'll start by how it happened, I'll just start from the beginning. So I think this was like maybe my third or second day. I was there for no more than like 4 or 5 days. This was like the third or second day. Me and my friend Doug were out. We were going to this party that we had previously purchased tickets for. I don't remember where the party was, but I know it was like across the street from like a mall, this big ass mall. We had went to brunch that morning, him and I and a few other friends. Went to lunch. We were just coming from lunch or whatever. And we were going to a party. Now this was like a day party / not. By the time we were done with the party, it was like that evening, I guess, whatever, but it started early. Long story short, we get to this party, we in line, and these nice ass cars pull up. And so it was like, when I say nice ass cars, you know what I mean. I'm talking like Rolls Royce, Bentleys, Benz. It was G-Wagons, it was all types of shit. And I'm standing in line. Now, mind you, I've seen these cars on TVs. I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I know that's normal, but it was black motherfuckers pulling up in them cars. So I'm like, okay, like this what's up. Like it just somehow also being in that environment made me want to like hop on some shit, whatever. That's another story for another day, but whatever. So anyway, this one particular car with this guy pulled up. It was just him and his friend. No female. He pulled up in a white. I think he had a white or a red. No, it was white. It was a white Bentley drop top. So we were in line waiting, and I told my friend Dougie, I said to him specifically, and he can vouch for me. So if he ever see this video, Dougie, I need you to have my back. I told him, I said, I'm gonna get him. Just like that. I didn't even know what the man looked like. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I didn't know if his wife was in the building, his girlfriend, none of that shit. What Agent I'll say, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Yeah, that was me. So I was like, I told Dougie, like, I'm gonna get him. Like, I'm gonna get him. And I was just like, it came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what happened to me, but it just came out of nowhere. Mind you, I don't normally go after guys or men or whatever. I normally let them come to me. So me doing that was like, I was kind of crazy. So we get in a party finally after waiting in line for like a good 10 minutes. We get in a party. I'm peeping the scene. I think we went to the dance floor. We went to the bar. We did whatever. And we enjoyed ourselves for the most part. But in the back of my mind, it was focused on finding that man. So, I remember like it was yesterday. I'll insert a picture. I had on like this cute little crop top from Urban, some little army fatigue shorts, my Alexander Wang sandals, and a cute little bag, part in the middle, black hair. I was cute. I was young. I was like 22. I was 22. I'm 25 now. So like I said, this is not that old. It's pretty new. So we in the party. I'm looking cute. I'm dancing. People trying to talk to me, but I'm just like, no, like leave me alone. Like, my future's in this building somewhere. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want none of y'all. No, you fucking shit up for me. Back up. So I told Doug. I said, Doug, I'll be right back. I don't know I don't know why I just said I'll be right back. I was like, I'm going to the bathroom, but I was like, while I'm on my way to the bathroom, I remember I'm like walk around. So I'm on my way to the fucking bathroom, y'all, and there he was. So he like in the section, I didn't see nobody else but him. He was a nice looking older man. I think he was in his late 40s, not 50 though. He was in his late 40s or whatever. And I was just like, he had on a nice, what kind of sweatsuit? He had on a Gucci sweatsuit, a Louis book bag, and some Gucci sneakers. And I was just like, okay, like, how to dress. I put his shit together. But when I seen that book bag, I was like, okay. I knew. So whatever. It'll make sense. So he on his book bag, and he was in his section. He was chilling. The thing about it is he was standing outside the section though. So like he was like in front. So like, all right, I'm walking by this way. This is him. And then like I'm the chair of the section. So he was standing in front of this section. It was him, a few other guys, but I seen nobody else but him. So as I'm walking, mind you, this him, y'all. So I'm walking past, and I start to slow. I put a little slow dip, I'm walking and shit. Yo, I'm like, something's wrong with me. Sidebar, women do plot. If you ever hear a girl say no, she never plot, that's a lie. She plot. I plotted clearly. So I'm walking, whatever, I'm feeling it. I gave him like, I seen him looking at me, so I looked back at him, but I gave him like a like what Tyra Banks say, smiles. I gave him a smile with your eyes kind of thing. I looked at that man, I like gave him a look, and I just kept walking. Now, I didn't turn around, but I can feel him drilling a fucking hole in the back of my neck with his eyes. Once I did that, I said, oh, you got it, sis. You got it. So I did go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I freshened up, like, perfume, put on a nice little coat of lip gloss. And I walked back that same route. So when I walked back, he was a gentleman about it. He didn't say yo. He didn't say shorty. Mind you, he's older, so he knows how to, get a woman's attention. Take note, dummies. I know, no shade. But anyway, he's like, excuse me. I get close to him. He's like, excuse me. And I'm like, all innocent. Yes. I'm like, hi, how are you? Or whatever. He's like, hi, you're beautiful, Kept my head up, I'm beautiful, but he like, you're beautiful, what's your name? And I'm like, it's Siani. He's like, well, hun, take my number, it's really loud in here, but I would like to connect with you later. So and I went back to my friend. I found his ass on the Doug floor, because that's one thing about Dougie, he gonna fuck up a dance floor. His ass was on the dance floor, and I said, bitch, I did it. He said, what, crazy? I'm like, I got that fucking man number. He like, no, you didn't. I said, I swear. He like, no, you did. He just was in disbelief, because we were really in a line talking about it, y'all. I told him like, I'm going to get that man, and he was just like, no, you didn't. So I'm like, are you gonna believe me? We went to the bath. We went outside, because it was hot in here or something, like I don't know. We just ended up outside, and I'm telling Dougie this story, and he could not believe this shit at all. So I'm telling him, I'm showing the text messages of the guy, because he texted me like, this is we're gonna give him a name, we're gonna call him Byron. So he's like, this is Byron, and I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, look, this him. He like, oh shit. So now my friend hyping me up like, yes, bitch, yes. You did it. That's what the fuck I talk about. Now my friend is going off, and I love that energy. was the energy for me. So he going off or whatever. So we go back in the party. At this point, I'm just waiting for homeboy to text me like, yup, we connecting. I'm in LA, yada, yada, it. Whatever. So I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened, but long story short, we were texting for the remaining of the night. I didn't get to see him that night because I think Dougie and I had plans. We did something. I don't know. I just didn't see him. So, excuse me. The next day came and Dougie had to work that day. He had a photo shoot or something like that. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna come with you to work, but I'm not gonna stay. I'm gonna just probably go to go sightseeing, whatever. So I'm texting the guy and he's just like, it's like breakfast time, but I'm at the photo shoot with Doug. I'm texting him and I'm like, how he texting me, whatever. He like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. Just got myself together. About to go with my friend to his photo shoot or whatever, to his job. And, start my day. He like, oh, meet me for breakfast. And me being dumb, I think I was like, oh, well, I already ate breakfast or whatever. And I was just like, but we can link later. You dummy, you had all, and I'm just like, whatever, but it gets better. So I'm telling Dougie like, oh, the guy want to link or whatever, and Dougie's like, go, what you waiting on? Like, just go, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I already want to know. I really want to see you at your job. I want to see you work, but I'm, and like I told him, I'm not going to stay, but we'll see. Maybe I'll connect with him later. Child, I don't know, a ray of confidence came over me again, like a ray of sunshine, and it was like, no, Siani, go, you go. So we got to Doug's shoot, and I'm still texting the man. I'm just like, hey, what you doing? I'm about to leave my friend's shoot. You still want to meet up? And he was like, yeah, yeah, I'm about to go shopping. Then he's like, I'm about to go shopping on Rodeo Drive. I was like, oh, okay, well, that sounds like, that sounds some cool shit. I said, I don't remember word for word, but I'm sure I said, okay, that sounds what's up. I can meet you after, whatever. He was like, no, come meet me now. So I'm just like, I'm like, but I'm not dressed for Rodeo Drive. Like, motherfucker, if you've been to LA, you know what Rodeo Drive is looking like, hitting for. You want to look like something. I had on like a cute little Topshop crop top. It like laced up in the front, some Ivy Park leggings, because I was chill, and like a shirt wrapped around me, and like a bag. I don't know what bag I had at the time, and like a bag or whatever. But I didn't think I was appropriate for that. He was like, man, I don't care what you got on, just pull up or whatever. And then after he sent that, y'all, he sent the fucking video. He sent me a video of him at breakfast, and I'm talking wads of fucking cash. In the video, I'ma insert it, and he was like, you should be with, he was like, this is what he said. He said, at breakfast, about to go shopping on Rodeo Drive. You should be with me. You got to do it. Some old ass corny shit. And like I said, I'm going to insert a video and everything so y'all can hear it. And I watched that video. I think that's where the ray of confidence comes. No, but I don't know. The ray of confidence was more. It was just like, I was glowing like, so after he sent that video, I showed Dougie. Dougie like, bitch, leave right now. So I'm like, I'm getting nervous now. I'm all scared. So me and Dougie, we taking shots and shit. I'm preparing like, what I'm gonna do? He like, bitch, just go with the flow. Be yourself. Don't do nothing you don't want to do. And just chill. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, calm down. So I'm in my Uber. I'm on my way. He texts me the address. So I go to, the address he sent me, y'all, was the Louis Vuitton store. So I gets there. He like, I'm gonna wait for you till you get outside, because your name had, at this time, your name had to be on a list to get the fuck in. That's how official it was. So he like, I'm gonna wait for you. So I got there. I'm like, hey, I'm here. He like, tell him your name. I told him my name. I went right upstairs. He has his own purse. So I went right upstairs. I greet him. He like, hey, what's up? You look good, whatever. And in my head, I'm like, no, I don't. But that goes to show you, like, some people just don't care. You might not think you look good, but to them, you look good. So whatever. So we in the store, and he like, pick out whatever you want. I said, huh? He like, pick out whatever you want. I'm like, okay, like, all right, So at this point, I'm texting Dougie, I'm texting my friends back home, I'm texting every fucking body like, yo, remember that man I told you I met last night? I'm in the Louis Vuitton store. He told me pick out what I want. I don't know what to do. What do I do? They like, bitch, pick out a bag, pick out a shoe, pick the fuck out something. So I'm like, all right, okay, okay. So I pick out my bag. I pick out my Louis Vuitton book bag. So funny. But I pick out my Louis book bag and he like, that's all you want? I'm like, yeah, that's it. I don't see nothing else really. And I'm just thinking, like, now that I think back to it, like, you fucking dummy. Like, this man said that's all you want. And you, like, what? So he like, no, the bag I picked out, they didn't have the one I want. And the sales associate or shopper was like, well, we can ship it to you however you want. Or he was like, do you want both? What y'all think I said? No. I'm like, no, I really just want that one. And he like, all right, well, she want that one, She's like, well, let me see if we have it in the bag after they done, the lady done stressed about shipping it to him. And mind you, she knew him by his first name, and that you could tell he was familiar with this lady. Like I said, it was his personal shopper. So he like, well, she want that one. That's or whatever. Cool. So we go downstairs to the men's section, and she found my bag. Let me slow down. She found the bag that I wanted. So they actually did end up having it. She had it in the back or whatever. So she found it. So he's like, all right, come on, like we go downstairs and get my stuff or whatever. So we go downstairs to the men's selection. He's like, pick me out some stuff. Let me see what let me see what your style about. So I'm just like, oh, you speaking to the right fucking person now, because this is what I do. Like whatever. So I'm picking him out some stuff. I picked him out like a belt, a wallet. He got some sneakers. I think he got like 3 t-shirts, a scarf, some shit. It all flowed together, but he could still wear it by itself or whatever. So he like, all right, that's it for the day. We go to check out. I'm going to see if I think he gave me the receipt, because he was like, if you don't like it, because I know you really wasn't too sure, I'm going to get a receipt to you sign it, and you can take it back. So I signed the receipt. I still have it to this day. I'll see if I'm going to insert a clip for y'all. And long and behold, he bought my fucking bag. Y'all. And like I said, I just met him it hadn't even been 12 hours, because it was that morning. This was only 8 hours ago. So after he purchased my bag, I'm like really in disbelief. We go outside to his car, it's valet, and he like putting everything in the trunk. What y'all think I did? I'm like, come here, give me a hug. I made that man give me a fucking hug. Now, let's make this very fucking obvious. This is my first older man experience. This is my first sugar daddy. At the time, it wasn't popular, unlike it is broadcasted and a popular thing now. I didn't have a big sister to tell me how this shit go. I damn sure wasn't telling my mom how that went. So I'm just like, whatever. I told him making me a fucking hug, and he was like shocked, like, he hugged me, whatever, but he was just like, a hug. And I don't think he expected a kiss either, but I don't think he just expected that kind of reaction. But whatever. So he like, what you about to do? So I'm like, oh, nothing. I don't have this plans, because at this point in my mind, I'm like, I'm going anywhere you want to go. Anywhere you want to go. So I'm like, I don't really have nothing to do. He like, all right, well, I do have to. He like, all right, well, we could just chill, kick it, whatever, for the time being. So we riding around LA, drop top. I'm gonna insert the videos, y'all. I was so funny. Drop top, my hair flying. You couldn't tell me I wasn't that bitch that day in my Ivy Park leggings or whatever. Drop top, just chilling, cruising. He like, you hungry? I'm like, yeah. Or whatever. But I wanted to try, I think, what was it called? What's the joint that everybody go to in McDonald's with the not at McDonald's in LA with the burgers and shit like that? I'm like, I want to try that. Like I said, I was young and did not know. Instead of me saying I wanted to go to a nice ass restaurant, and then still I feel it didn't look appropriate, I told him I wanted to go there. I can't find out the name of it, but I'm insert a picture of it right here of the restaurant that I'm talking about that's in LA. Everybody goes there. It's like their McDonald's times 10, whatever. So I'm like, I want that or whatever. So he like, all right, so we go get that, and we just pull up to some condominiums or whatever, and we just chilling. Like, we just chilling. It wasn't weird. It wasn't awkward. That's the only thing that what made it so easy, I guess, because he wasn't like, he didn't make me uncomfortable. You know how some older men make you uncomfortable? I felt comfortable. So we pull up, we talking, he getting to know me, he asking about my job, you know, him telling him what I do, he's telling me what he do. He's not from LA, he was like from Houston, where they say is the sugar daddy capital. He from like Houston, I think. He owned businesses, you know, he just come to LA for leisure, but he'll be relocating there. So I'm telling him, yeah, you know, I work at Spirit. He thought I was an airline stewardess or flight attendant. I'm just like, no, I just work at the gate or whatever. He was like, well, I can change that for you. Like, I can have you working for the PJs or whatever, and that's, you know, private jets. He's like, I have several friends that own companies, and I can, you know, I can do that for you. I'm like, yeah, but I don't really want to be a flight attendant or something like that. He like, well, just take in consideration, you know, you never know or whatever. You know, you might change your mind. But we chilling, we still talking. So he like, well, what you doing later? What you doing later? I'm like, nothing. No, I don't have no plans. He like, all right, well, come with me to Kevin Hart party. I'm just like, okay, cool. So I meet back with Doug. I get dressed, change into this badass outfit because I thought I was gonna go to Kevin Hart party. As soon as I get with Dougie, I get cute, whatever. Me and Doug end up going out, and the guy again, Miss Brian, he's texting me and he's like, "Come on, where you at? What's up? What time I'm coming to get you?" I don't know where the confidence went. I got scared. I'm like, well, I'm with my friends right now, you know. We're out, you know, I'm having a good time with them. I'll hit you later to see if you're still there. What who does that? Like, who fucking does that? This man's telling you to come out with him, enjoy yourself. He's fucking at Kevin Hart house and they're playing and laughing and screaming and probably joking around. Who does that? Who misses out on that opportunity to have a nice fucking time? Whatever. So didn't end up going to the party. End up falling asleep in the car with Doug after we left where we was at, cause of the I don't know. I'm just embarrassed. Whatever. But that's not where it gets worse. So I think the next day was like my last day. So I'm texting him, telling him like it's my last day. We on the phone. He like, yeah, well, you should have came with me last night. Like, it was so much fun. He's telling me, he was like, Kevin Hart was there. Obviously it was his house. He said, Floyd was there. He was just saying all these people, like, he's like, yeah, like, they my dogs. I kick it with them all the time. And I'm just like, oh, only you, Siani. But whatever. So I'm like, yeah, well, today's my last day. You know, I want to come back or whatever. And remember, I told y'all he had asked me before when is the next time I was coming to LA. So he's like, all right, well, we'll work on that. You know, have a safe flight. Hit me when you get to Philly. That's what he called me. He called me Philly. Every time I meet from out of town, even when I meet motherfuckers in Miami, they be like, what's up, Philly? I actually have a friend from Detroit and he calls me Philly. So yeah, my Detroit friends called me Philly. So he was like, hit me when you get to Philly. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I hit him when I landed. We're talking. A week went by, we're still talking, we're communicating. FaceTiming, all that good shit. You know, he like, yo, I want you to come back out here. Come on. I think the next week, I went for All-Star Weekend sidebar the week when I was there, but I forgot what was going on the next week after that. He's like, I want you to come back down or whatever, and blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So the week he wanted me to come down, that weekend was the same weekend I was getting my taxes done. So I'm telling him, like, you know, if I fly down this day, I might not get there till later because I have an appointment to get my taxes done. And I'm like, I'm not missing it. Like, no, you crazy? Like, all right, sorry, I know you and all that, but I mean, I'm getting to know you, but I'm not missing it. And he's like, man, listen, I had somebody do them for you. Like, don't worry about it. Like, that ain't about nothing. Like, just come on. I'm like, well, I don't have no clothes. This is the probably 2 or 3 days. I'm like, I don't have nothing to wear. I didn't buy anything yet. He like, listen, you'll get shopped when you get here. Just pack panties, a bra, and toiletries, and I got you. So I'm like, all right, cool. Can you pay for the flight? Because I don't have it right now. He's like, all right, say no more or something like that. And long and behold, he Western Union me that money that night. He sent me that money that night. The flight was like 5 something. I think he sent me like 6 or something, because Cash App or Apple Pay, none of this was all at the time. He like, well, how am I gonna get the money to you? I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe you can Western Union. And he sent it to me. So I go to Walmart, pick up the money, whatever. I think it was a Thursday. My appointment was to get my taxes done Friday. Me being fucking stubborn and a fucking hard-headed little girl, I went and got my taxes done that Friday. So, mind you, I still booked my trip though. So I went and got my flight was for like 1. I was gonna get to LA, I think at like 6 their time. I don't remember. But my flight was like 1, but my tax appointment was at 9. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, if I take my toiletries bag, and like I said, he said he's gonna pay for everything when I get there, I'll just be fine with that. I pack my bag and I still go to my tax appointment because I'm like, all right, I'll be out of here, whatever, ain't about shit. So I get there, my tax appointment at 9. I get there at 9. I didn't leave my tax appointment until 3 o'clock that afternoon. So guess who missed their flight? Me. So I texted him and told him I missed my flight. I'm trying to catch another one. At this point, he's irked and think I'm playing. He's like, man, you bullshit, and I told you don't go. You was going to get them done when you came here. Like, why? I told you I got you. Why you just can't believe me? Or whatever. Sidebar. Let me insert this because I didn't tell you this. And that time I told y'all we was talking in the car. We pulled up and we was chilling. He did tell me, he was like, I'm not looking for like nothing serious with you. I just want to have fun, wine and dine. You show you the finer things in life, and that's it. But if you play around with me, that's it. Like, you're done. Basically, like, he was straightforward. He was like, you're done. Like, he was like, I know I got money, and he was like, but I ain't sitting around. I'm not trying to play around. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. Like, I ain't gonna play around with you, my bad. But long and behold, your girl played around. So I told him that I missed my flight. He asked me why. I said, I still want to get my taxes done or whatever. And he's just like, man, like, you bullshit and whatever. See, when the next time you get on a flight, hit me up, let me know. So I couldn't find a flight leaving that next day. I think I didn't go the day after that because the prices went up and I didn't want to spend my own money. And I told him, like, well, I can't find another flight. Can I come down a weekend after that or whatever? He like, all right, cool, whatever. So that whole weekend, I didn't hear from him. He didn't call me. I didn't call him, because that's one thing. I'm not about to press you. Like, I got something out of this situation. I got me my bag or whatever. So weeks after that, I think I heard from him. It was vague. I could tell the conversation was dead, flying, dead. It was deaded or whatever. I'm texting him and calling him, still no response. So I left it alone. And that was that. Like, he told me he wasn't playing with me, and I played around. I missed the opportunity, and it's okay. Like, it is what it is. Like, I got something out of it. Again, my bag, but could have got more. But whatever. You know what? You know what's so fucking crazy? I think I was so fucking desperate because I had really thought about it. Like, damn, Siani, you really fucked that up. Like, you fumbled the bag with your own sugar daddy. Why would you do that? Like, long story short, to end it here, don't fumble the bag if you ever have experience like I do. There's so much shit that you can, like, I don't know if I was nervous or scared that he was going to do something to me. I don't know what the fuck it was. But there's so many ways you can communicate with family now. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like, things don't happen in the world, like sex trafficking and things like that. But you'll be fine, okay? That man ain't want to do nothing but have a good time. Clearly, he wanted to wind it down a little fine thing like me. And I fucked it up being so scary and timid, but it's okay. It was my first experience. But if a sugar daddy came around now, bitch, would you say daddy? It's like, no. But I was young, like I said. It was my first experience with an older guy, so I didn't know what to expect, but I did get something out of it. I did, I got something out of it. So that was it. But don't be like me. You got young girls, don't be like me. Be like me. Let that old man take care of you. Let him take care of you. Whatever. But that's my story time on how I fumbled the bag, how I fucked up that money, how I all me. Typical Siani fashion. Messed it up. But it's cool. Oh, I know what it was. I was sharing with you guys that my desperate ass text him. I think that shit happened in February. So he cut me off. It was February. He cut me off like the end of March because it was like only a month after. That my desperate ass text him Happy New Year's because I still had his number, and bitch, he did not reply. Yeah, he was one of them. Like he meant what he said and said what he meant kind of people. So he did not reply to me, and I was like, oh yeah, he pretty done. And I be thinking about calling and texting him to this day because I still got the number. Like, hey, you remember me? But no, it's fine. Like, it's cool. It is what it is. It was meant to be when it happened. So this is the end of story time. If you guys like story time, let me know. I have a lot of crazy stories. I'm going to give you the relationship drama probably later on down the line, but I like to share these kind of stories with you guys because they're fun. I have fun sharing them, and we all learn something out of this. Don't miss up on no money, sis. We're going where the money reside, where the money reside. So that's it for story time today. Peace. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I love you. We lit over here.